everybody has a 50 BMG, so today we're going to find out if the average Joe could disable a vehicle. 22 long rifle, 380 ACP, 9mm, 40 Smith & Wesson, 12 gauge, nothing has happened. AR-15, 30-06. This is getting interesting, isn't it? Oh my God. What's up, everybody? My name is Scott and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And over the years I've taken out vehicles with a lot of big stuff. But what I want to know is, could an average Joe take out a vehicle with a 22, 9mm, 12 gauge, etc.? Well, today we're going to find out. So what we have here is a redneck merry-go-round. I have a Ford F-150 and we have the steering wheel tied with a cinder block. So as you can see, the cinder block has the steering wheel pinned to the left, so it keeps making a constant rotation. Because if you were shooting at a vehicle, it's not always going to be coming straight at you. We have got quite the crop circle going on here. Someone is going to think a UFO landed. Anyways, like I said in the beginning of the video, not everyone has a 50 BMG or calibers that large. Over the years, I have disabled a lot of vehicles with large calibers like 50 BMG or 500 Nitro or even the punt gun, but not everyone has those. So what I want to know today is, could the average Joe disable a vehicle with the most common calibers? So today we have the most common pistol calibers, the most common shotgun, and the most common rifle calibers, and we're going to see if we can disable the most common truck in the United States, the Ford F-150. I am super excited about today's video, so let's get set up and get started. But before we start blasting vehicles, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN is a versatile tool with many uses, like online privacy, data security, and content unblocking. Did you know that US ISPs can legally collect and sell your browsing history? ExpressVPN shields your online activity from your ISP and other parties trying to spy on you. And don't even get me started on unencrypted Wi-Fi networks, like when you're at the airport, hotels, the coffee shop, or even when you're at home. You are a sitting duck for hackers. Well, have no fear, because ExpressVPN wraps your traffic in an encrypted tunnel, making you a hacker's worst nightmare. ExpressVPN uses best in-class encryption that would take a hacker with a supercomputer billions of years to crack. Also, did you know that some content is blocked based on your online location? Well, ExpressVPN lets you change your online location by changing your IP address to any of 105 countries. You know, when I travel, I like to use ExpressVPN. If I'm in the airport, a hotel, or something like that, I like to feel secure when I'm browsing the web. And if you want to check out ExpressVPN and find out how you can get up to 4 extra months, you can scan the QR code on the screen, click the link in the description down below, or swing over to expressvpn.com/KBEVPN. Again, a big thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring today's video. Now let's go get back to it. All right, first up is going to be eggs. Now, why would I try eggs, you ask? Well, I'm trying to dirty up the windshield so the driver can't see me. Duh. The price of these eggs is higher than the bullets I'll be using today. Yeah. So we're going to start out with pistols, and one of the most common pistol calibers available is 22 long rifle. This is a Smith & Wesson Victory, and I'm loaded up with several rounds of 22 long rifle, and these are 36 grain. Okay, here we go. Stop! All right, I'm gonna actually take a shot at the motor now. Let's see here. Here we go. Okay, well, let's see if we can inspect. Hey, watch out. Okay, so let's see if we hit right here. And I don't think we really did anything. It's still going. Okay, up next is going to be 9mm. This is a Glock 19, and I'm loaded up with 10 rounds of 115 grain 9mm full metal jackets. Okay, let's check that out. Okay, we have several hits in the door. Hit here in this door. And then I tried to hit up front a few times. I got right through the headlight. Oh yeah, and I hit right there. Right there, right there. Our next common pistol caliber we will be using is 40 Smith & Wesson, and this is a beautiful Bull Armory SAS-2 Air, and this thing is chambered in 40, and we have some 180 grain 40 Smith & Wesson full metal jackets. I haven't had this thing out in a long time. It is quite the looker. Here we go. It's still going. I hit somewhere up here. Some of these are new. I don't know. When it comes to calibers you would try to take out a vehicle with, this is definitely not one that you would think of. This is an LCP2 chambered in 380 ACP, another very common pistol caliber, and I have 6 rounds of 90 grain full metal jackets. Ugh. Stop. I think I just disabled the truck with a 380. That don't sound good. Oh, is that a radiator? All I know is I still got 5 rounds, so hold on a second. I'm gonna put them down the Okay, now we can inspect. Hold on a second. Let's get this out. Oh, okay. I don't know if I can pop the hood. I think I shot my cable, so that's a problem. All I have to say is I don't want to ever hear anybody ever again talk about the stopping power of a 380 ACP pocket pistol, because I just stopped a 3,000 pound vehicle with a 90 grain round, okay? 380 is okay for me for concealed carry at this point. Okay, so hit the radiator with the 380, it looks like, right there, but I'm not really sure why it disabled the entire vehicle. That's pretty wild. So I tell you what, I'm going to try to start it. Hopefully it doesn't catch on fire. I tell you what, that is just wild. Did not expect that today for the 380. I didn't think we would stop there, but it's looking like we disabled the Ford F-150 with a 380 pocket pistol. I guess I'm gonna sell my 50 BMG and all my other big stuff because apparently you don't need it. Always wanted to do that. Unfortunately, the Ford F-150 wasn't as tough as I thought it would be. It got taken out by a 380 pocket pistol. But now we need to find out what would happen if you were trying to take out a Chevy. Okay, well, up next, we have a Chevy 1500 that's actually, well, it's moving a little faster than the Ford F-150. And we're gonna resume pistol calibers. This is our last common pistol caliber. 45 ACP. I'm kind of scared of this truck right now. And this is a SIG 1911. 230 grain full metal jackets. Oh, okay. We may need to slow this guy down a little bit. 45 is not going to do it. That's going to be it for pistols. Now we're going to move on to shotguns, but I'm only going to use one shotgun today, and that is 12 gauge because it is the most common. So I have 1 round of buckshot and I have 1 slug. All right, buckshots first. Slug. I think I may have killed it. Nope. Nope. You ain't killing that Chevy with a 12 gauge. I bet you it's gonna keep going. Let's check it out. Okay, it's in park. Looks like I hit with the buckshot right here, and then Slug hit right here. You can see a big hole right there. Now let's take a look under the hood. Okay. Looks like we came out right here. Not really sure what we hit, but we're still running. The engine is still running. We're just not actually rolling anymore. So let's see if I can get it going again. It's still going. I may have put a little too much pressure on that gas pedal. We're fine. Moving on to rifles. The most common rifle in America is the AR-15. This is a Q Sugar Weasel, and it's chambered in 5.56. I have a 20-round mag with 5 rounds of 5.56 full metal jackets. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go. I put that one right down the middle and nothing has happened. I'm actually kind of surprised. I mean, 380 shut down the Ford F-150. I figured this would have shut down the Chevy, but apparently not. Oh my gosh. It's destroying my range. I gotta shut it down. I have a CMMG Descent chambered in 7.62 by 39. Another very common rifle caliber. Ugh. All right, 7.62 didn't do it. Oh, no. The throttle seems to be stuck. Oops. So far is the Chevy is a little bit tougher than the Ford. It is smoking rather profusely though. We're gonna get this thing going in a circle again and keep going. Oh yeah, that's the radiator, all right. Actually my belt is off. Oh no, it's just not moving. I hit the alternator. We got it running again, and our next common rifle caliber is going to be 308. This is a SOCOM 16, and I have 3 rounds of Hornady 178 grain hunting rounds. Here it comes. Oh, it's still going. Up next is going to be 30-06. This is a Ruger 30-06, and I have 3 rounds of 178 grain Hornady hunting round. Oh, this is getting interesting, isn't it? Got my Texas Star. It's still going. Rigby. Time to put this thing out of its misery. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If you really want to put down a 3,000-pound animal, you need a 416 Rigby. You know that old saying, they don't make them like they used to? Well, I'm pretty sure that has some validity right now. I don't know what that word means, but it sounds good. Anyways, this right here is a small block Chevy, and it has a carburetor and pretty much none of the technological gizmos that are found in vehicles now. It took a lot to put this thing down. I mean, we finally had to hit it with an elephant rifle to get it to stop running. Meanwhile, the newer model Ford F-150 got taken out by a 380. Just saying. Anyways, let's pop the hood on this thing and see what happened. We have quite a bit of damage here. We were pretty much just running on the battery at some point because this belt isn't even really creating much friction. That is definitely not doing anything. I believe what finally took it out though was up here. Looks like we hit the carburetor, went through, busted all that up, and then went up into the engine bay, and that's what finally shut it down. You know, I almost didn't bring the 416 Rigby. I thought if things get really bad, I can just hit it with a bunch of slugs or a bunch of 5.56 and that should shut it down. But turns out it was a good thing I brought that as a backup. And you couldn't see it, but just off frame was setting my truck. And this only had to make about maybe 2 more laps and then it was gonna plow into the side of it. So really glad I brought the 416 Honey Badger. Real quick, I want to remind you about my book, Boom Pow, I'm Braver Now. I'm super excited about this project and the cause behind it. A portion of every purchase goes to families whose children are fighting cancer through the Parker Project. If you want to check this out, there's a link in the description down below. So in a worst case scenario, do you think you would be able to disable a vehicle? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as for this vehicle, well, I don't think I'm going to be able to repair it. I have no idea how to. But if it was a firearm, I would say I need to get my start in firearms technology at STI. And if you want to check them out, there is a link in the description down below. Also, be sure and give today's video a like and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more awesome content in the future. Also, be sure and check me out on all other social media platforms. Links to those can be found in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. I'll see you next time.